STEAM Stories on KUSI News. Sponsored by your San Diego County Toyota dealers.
Well, Kearny High School has partnered with Miramar College to offer an emergency medical technician certification program for high school students. Kearny High School is leading the way by utilizing STEAM with many of their programs. And here to tell us more is Candace Fee, the Education to Employment Coordinator at Kearny High School, and Davis Pfister, correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you are an EMT, a graduate of the class of 2023. And so Candace, take me through this. I mean, what an amazing opportunity for Kearny students, and really taking some of those STEAM ideas in the classroom and seeing them go into real life with them.
Yes, and that's what's the most wonderful about this program specifically, is it has such real life implications. So we graduate about 90% of our seniors actually today for the class of 2026. They graduate that first semester of their senior year. And then we have plenty of opportunities for them to explore different certification options in that spring semester. So EMT is a full-time program at Miramar College. They meet once a week with me at Kearny, so they stay connected to Kearny and they get that support as a cohort as well.
Wow, that's incredible. And like you said, I mean, that's part of what you're doing on a regular basis. I know there's been such a focus on STEM and STEAM, but to see this really be a real life model of that, of those skills that they learned, that's so important.
Exactly, and so it leads right into full-time employment if that's the route that they choose to go. A lot of students also decide that they want to go into medical assisting or continue as a paramedic or do nursing or different things, and it sets a great foundation for them with the anatomy and physiology that they learn during the courses.
Wow, and so Davis, tell me a little bit of your experience being a part of this program and now being in a job that obviously you're enjoying.
Yeah, so it was actually really amazing going through that program, and you learn about a lot of stuff where you're like, maybe I'm going to use this, maybe I'm not, and then at some point when that day comes, and as long as you're paying attention, you're doing all of your studies, you're like, oh, I remember that lesson from my Miramar EMT program straight from high school. In college there was someone who came with like a dislocated kneecap, and I was like, hey, I know what to do for that right now.
Wow.
Even when I wasn't even working.
Wow, and so, I mean, it's really jump-started your career. You're kind of ahead of the curve when it comes to being able to advance, right?
Yeah, so I'm one of the youngest people, especially when I joined, I was on one of the youngest units where I was 19, my partner was 18. So we got a lot of like comments about, you're going in so young, you're like just a baby, but it's really helping because I'm getting that extra time in this career where I can afford to spend a couple more years learning and studying, especially in those entry-level jobs where then I'm not waiting to be 40 until I become a paramedic.
That's really cool. And Candace, that's exactly what you want to see, is these students being given the opportunity to succeed, not just in the classroom, but giving them those skills to succeed in life.
Exactly. So the late Pauline Foster actually supported this grant and created this position, and what she really wanted to see with her legacy was that students were able to earn a living wage upon graduating high school. And we know in San Diego that's very difficult, and so we created these certificate programs to really make sure that they had something in addition to a high school diploma.
Yeah, and something that you and I talked about is this is such a great life skill, something that even if you're not going into this industry, that you're going to use throughout your life.
Yes, we have several former students that have used it in their real life. One story that comes to mind is someone's 3-year-old cousin was choking, and he was able to save her because of what he learned through the Miramar EMT program.
Wow, what a phenomenal opportunity. And I'm sure, yeah, Davis, you would say that it's a lot of those STEAM classes that got you to this point and probably got you interested in this as a career.
Yeah, so especially with this sort of biomedical science school, you learn a lot about anatomy, a lot about the specific biology of like super small like organisms inside your body, and sometimes using that anatomy when I'm working with a patient, sometimes I'll have to think back to that anatomy lesson. Oh, he's complaining of pain specifically in this part of the abdomen. What is in that part of the abdomen? And I can sort of delve into that to figure out what's really wrong with this patient, to see what's the best treatment I can give. Do I need to upgrade to a paramedic? Do they have more skills that would help this patient? Or should I just transport to the nearest hospital to do the right thing for this patient? So it's really helped me, especially going through this high school and into this EMT program.
Wow, that is really amazing. Davis, thank you for coming in. Candace, continue to do the amazing work that you are doing. You said first we got to give a shout out. You got kids who are graduating today.
I do. So the majority of seniors graduate at Kearny today. This is their very last day. So
wow, well, congratulations to them, and what a wonderful program. Thank you both for coming in, and happy holidays.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
All right.